Hello everyone, welcome back to our part 4 of our playthrough and discussion of Silent Hill 4 The Room. I hope you enjoyed this, and my brother is still here also.
Yo, the Skin Mike in the house. Because we found that collectible cassette tape.
Yeah, exactly, from the apartment world, exactly. We also found Eileen beaten up and like in, severe pain, I believe, presumably.
She got carried away in an ambulance.
Yeah, and it's kind of implied that she's still alive, so let's see how this continues then.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we're gonna load the game. So return from apartment world, so yeah.
Return from apartment world.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'm gonna do away with the keys, I think. The apartment keys, because we don't need them here. I'm also gonna put away the bullets. So yeah, it's kind of, let's see what the next world is actually.
Yeah.
Because this is presumably gonna be different. The hole, where will it lead this time? Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of presumed that Eileen is still alive, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But where is she? We'll find that out very quickly, by the way. So yeah. So it seems we're in a hospital. Convenient.
Hospital world.
Yeah, so this is hospital world.
Is he lying on the floor again? I knew it.
Yeah, he's lying on the floor, as per usual.
The most uncomfortable places to lie down.
Yeah, and there's a man doing stuff to something. Yeah, so that's Walter actually, doing something to a female body.
Ew.
Yeah. So you might think, viewers, that he might be chasing us right now after this cutscene, but he won't yet.
He's just acting really creepy.
Yeah, he's acting really creepy here.
Hello, Henry.
Yeah, but as you can see, he's not chasing us. I always thought that's a kind of a weird scene to me, like.
I tried to give you that cursed doll. We're best friends now, right?
Like really clingy friend, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're actually gonna re-enter the... Oh yeah, this is a new enemy. These are the patients, I think. They do burp. Yeah, it's really a weird sound effect to me. And they're not really... They're a bit beefier than the other enemies, but they're not that bad. So yeah, that was kind of a weird scene, wasn't it? With Walter doing something with that female body.
Which disappeared right now?
Yeah, which is also disappeared, exactly. Yeah, so I think it's kind of implied that Walter kind of has despises women, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Because especially when you look at how Cynthia was killed and how Eileen was attacked, I feel like it's a lot more brutal with them than the other victims.
Yeah.
A lot more personal, you know what I mean?
He was also cutting in her stomach.
Yeah.
Where the womb might be.
Yeah, exactly.
And, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So he has this thing with women, apparently. Like, yeah. So yeah, here is the reveal. Well, we already know it, but here it's confirmed that Eileen is still alive. And she's in this hospital.
Convenient.
Sad music is playing. So yeah, maybe we can finally save someone instead of just watching them die.
Instead of being a total massive failure.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Henry's gonna steal his resolve and move forward to save Eileen. Yeah.
Oh man, I got agoraphobia. I don't have a job.
I need to do something right.
Maybe I have a high school diploma, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with Henry, I guess. I don't know his backstory, I guess.
But by God, by the end of this game, I will actually succeed in something.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing I mentioned earlier that he might be a photographer, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, that is a thing. It's just the throwaway.
Yeah.
The throwaway description lines.
Yeah, it's kind of a.
When you check the pictures.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not 100% sure if he's a photographer, but I just assume that because because of those throwaway lines.
It's a character trait on paper.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, who knows? Henry, the biggest mystery of this game.
So speaking of which, another horror game series is all about the camera.
Oh yeah, Fatal Frame or Project Zero.
Yeah.
Really cool games, by the way. Yeah. So yeah, this is you know, as per a staple in horror games, you know, a hospital level,
Mm-hmm.
especially Silent Hill.
Is there a hospital level in each Silent Hill?
I think so.
There is in most of them.
In most of them, at least, yeah. So yeah, there's a handbag on the floor here, which is Eileen's. Now you may notice that it says Eileen only weapon. So yeah, that kind of implies that Eileen is gonna be able to fight with us later.
Nice.
And also gonna follow us around, so yeah. So we're gonna keep that because it's kind of funny, Eileen is actually kind of a badass in this game. She's actually very good at fighting monsters, I find.
Give her a weapon,
Yeah.
and she runs after every monster in the most aggressive way possible.
Yeah, and she will own them. She will teach them what it means to be...
While having a broken arm, by the way.
Yeah, she has a broken arm, by the way, just to kind of clarify something. So yeah, these fuckers are kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't like their sound effects, it's very silly to me. It's kind of funny to me.
Yeah. If people have complaints about Silent Hill: The Room, it's that certain sound effects are kind of silly, like here.
Yeah, like here. This is the most infamous one, actually. There's also a bit later where it's especially bad. So this is our first ampoule, which is like the best healing item, I believe.
Oh yeah.
It heals us fully and also gives a regen thing. So yeah. As you can see, we're still using the trusty axe. I really like this weapon because it's just so reliable. And
Yeah, and if you charge it up completely, Henry is like impossible to hit.
Yeah.
While in the animation.
yeah, he has a really that charge attack has a really big invincibility frame. Frame to say. So this is kind of weird. There are like wheelchairs driving around. Which is kind of funny once again. So yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, we hear like a breathing. Yeah, so it kind of wonders which is the sterile room. So we have to kind of avoid these wheelchairs or they're gonna run us over.
They're assholes.
Yeah, they're kind of like, I'm not sure, I think they're ghosts actually. Because they have a similar aura, you know, like of the ghost enemies.
Okay.
So I kind of wonder what's the deal with the
The
wheelchair.
holy candle.
So yeah, I think this is the... is this the first holy candle we found? I kind of don't remember.
I think so.
Yeah, so this is a way for against spirits. So this kind of scared me because I kind of forgot about this room. Yeah, it's kind of upsetting.
Hi, giant Eileen.
Yeah, it's like a giant head of Eileen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do hospitals get reviews because this one sucks?
Yeah, exactly. Oh. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Silent Hill 3 where there's a similar jump scare.
Yeah.
I think in the museum or something, or yeah, something like that. Yeah, as you can see, we have such a good invincibility frames there.
Yeah, Henry just brushed off the two lead pipe attacks like it was nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of like the animation of the wheelchairs, like they turn around. So yeah, there's a lot. All of the rooms here are very different. So it's kind of raining here for some reason.
Maybe Waterworld is on top of this room.
Yeah, maybe that's the implication. I don't know. Yeah. So people may have noticed that up till this point we didn't have any bosses yet.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Yeah, it's something I do like about this. Something I do like about this game is that it doesn't do boss for the sake of having bosses. You know, like some of the previous Silent Hills can have that problem a little bit.
Oh yeah, we're at the end of the mall. We gotta have a boss.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in the first game, I find it's particularly bad there. I think. So in this game, there's only one boss, I believe.
I really like how blasé Henry is about that cage falling around him.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, someone hanged himself, I guess. Or,
He's like shrugging his shoulders.
yeah, exactly. Like, meh. I've seen worse. Why do you think I have agoraphobia?
Yeah.
I got run over by a car, for example.
Good point. We don't know what kind of trauma Henry has been through
Yeah, exactly.
to develop his shut-in personality.
Exactly. The game never explains Henry, by the way. Or goes in depth with him.
Yeah, I always found that
A bit of a shame.
a bit of a shame.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get a lot more from the other protagonists. You know, like the first game, the second game, and the third game in particular. I guess all of them except 4, I guess. So yeah, there's a weird shadow here. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's like bending over, I guess.
He's
Picking something up, I think.
he's working out.
Yeah, it's working out. Exactly. So one of these rooms is actually Eileen's room. So it's kind of like a needle in a haystack thing, kind of thing.
Ew, there are like a bunch of syringes sticking out of the...
Out of his skin, I think he mentioned.
Yeah.
So yeah. We're almost there with Eileen, I believe. So yeah, there's another like... Yeah, so as you can see, all the rooms are kind of unique here.
That was a cool one.
Yeah, exactly, like quite artistic. So yeah, this is kind of an interesting one. It's like a, I guess, an elevator on the other side where the corpses are. Yeah,
It almost got run over by the wheelchair.
Exactly. So in this room, you actually slow down significantly.
Oh.
Yeah, you go really slowly, but there are bullets here, but I'm gonna not pick them up because I have full inventory. Or almost full inventory, I don't want to waste the slots. So yeah, you know, oh, they were like, you know, how do you say that, vibrating together.
Conjoined twins of teamwork.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so there's more skin here. I think it's skin. Yeah, exactly. Of course it's human skin, Henry, what do you think? This is like a horrible, like, nightmare world. I would be surprised if it wasn't human skin.
What are they doing with the human skin?
Who knows, I don't know. But this is kind of a nice room, actually.
But Henry can't hold anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, ah, god damn it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna, I think, come back for this item, maybe? Yeah, I'm gonna come back for this item because it's kind of an important part.
I see you were contemplating just using a medicine drink.
Yeah, exactly, but I was like, no. I just used the key to Eileen's room so I can now pick it up.
Oh.
Yeah, Saint medallions, which are very good, by the way. Always pick them up.
We all know keys weigh like 10 kilograms or something.
Yeah, exactly. So here is Eileen. It was like,
I've been peeping at you from inside my apartment.
I hope you don't mind. You know, like Henry. Yeah, Eileen is like, oh, man!
Eileen, relax!
Yeah, she's freaking out.
After Walter...
Yeah. She's kind of in a bad place now, I guess.
Beat her half to death, I guess?
Yeah, he kind of beat her half to death.
Henry? From next door.
Yeah, so she recognizes us.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, she's so, yeah. I like this music, actually.
I don't know where to start.
Henry's like, I don't know any more than you do.
Very insightful, Henry.
Yeah.
Strange hole in my room. I saw people getting killed. All these weird other worlds. And I saw you get attacked too.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, so Eileen is a clever girl and is like, no, I don't believe that.
But it's true. And there was a kid with you.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to go to my friend's party. The boy protected me from the man with the cold.
Yeah, so as we kind of already know a little bit. Or, yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't believe.
Yeah, so Eileen...
Well, no matter how much you believe about all this weird stuff,
yeah.
She got beaten half to death by a man at
Yeah,
least.
exactly.
So
Yeah. So luckily Eileen does believe us, and yeah.
I don't know either.
And it is like, yeah, I don't know.
I do know. If you
Yeah.
get killed here, then you die in the real world too.
Yeah. So the stakes are kind of high here.
Anyway, the only way out of here is through that hole.
Yeah. So our objective now is to take Eileen with us through the hole then.
to our apartment.
Yeah, to our apartment. So yeah, Eileen is actually gonna follow us now. And this is actually for the rest of the game actually.
It's an escort mission.
Yeah, it's a very long escort mission. And before anyone is kind of panicking over there, it's actually one of the least bad escort missions I find in games. Even though it's very long.
Eileen, wait!
Yeah, exactly.
Like in Resident Evil 4 with
Yeah.
Ashley.
Exactly. So to kind of explain how Eileen works, is that yeah. So now the wheelchairs are gone. She also has her own weapons essentially. So the handbag. She will also help us here right now, like as you can see. And she's gonna wreck that monster.
Wow!
Yeah, she's very good actually. And she's gonna finish them off. So yeah, you can equip her with the weapons, and she will fight the monsters. If you just want her to follow you around, unequip her weapon. That's the hint I can give for free. If you just want her to follow you, just unequip her weapon.
What does she have in her handbag? Stone bricks?
Yeah, probably, I don't know. I kinda do wonder about that myself, like what exactly is in there.
Because when she hits a monster, it's like it does have an impact.
Yeah, it does have an impact, so I do kinda wonder about that. Maybe she was anticipating that there might be creeps to that party, so she put a brick in there, for example.
Yeah, instead of something conventional like like mace,
Yeah, or pepper spray or something like that.
a stone brick.
Yeah, exactly. A stone brick. Hey, at least she's kind of unorthodox. So I can appreciate that.
Didn't help with Walter though.
No, it didn't. Well, she was taken by surprise. She was, to be fair to her, she was transported to a weird world and then, yeah. Had no idea about there was any danger. So yeah, we're almost near the hole.
Holy shit!
Yeah. I'm like, God damn it. Die.
Henry, listen! I can burp the entire alphabet!
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Henry was not amused.
Yeah, and Eileen is not impressed apparently. She's just like staring there like, I can do better. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, the invisibility frame for the win again.
That's why this is the best weapon in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Best weapon in the game!
So yeah, Eileen doesn't give a shit. She's just like standing there. You know, like, good job, Henry. So yeah, let's see if we can bring Eileen to our apartment. So yeah.
So this is what you based the thumbnail on.
Yeah, exactly. This scene, actually. In case, yeah, you had to clarify, exactly.
Come back to my apartment, Eileen. I have chocolate milk.
Yeah, exactly. That just spawns in my fridge for some reason. Specifically chocolate milk. I hope you're not, you like...
Lactose intolerant.
Yeah, lactose intolerant, or I hope you do like chocolate milk. So yeah, we awake in our bed, but as we can see, Eileen is not here. Which is a bit worrying. Yeah, so you can mention.
She hasn't spawned next to me in bed.
Yeah. God damn it, I hope to. I can't get anything I want. So yeah. Yeah, Henry is taking his sweet time again. Getting
Henry needs some vitamins.
Yeah, exactly.
Vitamins.
Yeah, exactly. So something you may notice, you all, is when we take control of Henry again, like right now, you hear a noise, and you notice that we don't heal anymore. The healing is gone.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, and he kind of mentions that the air in this room suddenly feels heavy. So from now on, we can never heal at the apartment anymore.
It's no longer a safe place.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the what's it called? The fan fell down. Yeah, so again, once again mentioned that it's so oppressive, this room. So yeah. It's also a bit creepier, I guess.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna store some stuff because we have so much things. So that's also the reason why we get a lot more healing items, if you may have noticed.
In the early game, it's kind of useless.
Yeah.
And in the late game, you kind of need them.
Yeah. Speaking of useless, you may have noticed I put away the paper knife or something. It's the worst weapon in the game. I don't know why I picked it up, actually.
Paper knife.
Yeah, I guess the completionist in me to pick it up, I guess. Yeah. Maybe this, yeah. Yeah, so someone is telling us to go to the deepest part of him, so Walter, I presume, and look for the ultimate truth.
Joseph.
And he actually gives us the key as well. You see, we got the small key.
Meanwhile, Eileen must be freaking out.
Yeah, she's like, where did Henry go? Yeah, so let's, oh yeah, there's also a lot of more paper here. Which I actually didn't notice first. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can a person kill after that?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll find out in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you're a ghost, you can do anything. I find.
I think so, yeah.
So they kind of mentioned that the first 10 victims had like their hearts ripped out or something, or like pulled out, I guess. But since the 11th and the 12th victim, it stopped doing that essentially. Yeah. So this is presumably the previous occupant of this room, who I believe is Joseph, actually. Yeah.
Yes.
Who's a journalist, I believe. We actually saw a newspaper clipping from him. Yeah. Police so useless.
It must be a copycat killer.
Yeah, exactly. No, god damn it, it's a fucking ghost of the murderer who killed himself.
I mean, you're the Silent Hill police. Aren't you used to more freaky, weird shit?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're gonna save a little bit. So yeah, this is Hospital World.
Yeah, speaking of which, what would that be like, being a police officer near Silent Hill?
I'm not sure.
I think we kind of find out in the first Silent Hill game. We have a character that is a police officer there.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, Sybil, I think she's
yeah.
called. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Yeah, maybe that just happens. Just a bunch of disappearances from police officers. Yeah.
God damn it! Another officer disappeared driving near Silent Hill.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, Eileen is here, and Henry has a hangover apparently.
Henry.
So Eileen comes up and I think she hugs us actually. Which is kind of nice. Like yeah.
Whoa, personal boundaries, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah? And I didn't see any hole either.
Yeah, she's kind of mad at the same time.
Disappeared all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I can't stay here by myself.
Yeah, so she kind of mentions that she'll be cursed if she stays here.
What am I gonna do?
Which is kind of a foreshadowing a little bit of a particular mechanic in this game.
Joseph.
Yeah, so it kind of explains.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she kind of explains that Joseph was the previous occupant.
Mm-hmm.
Who lived in your apartment before you.
Yeah.
I think he was a journalist or something.
Yeah.
He disappeared about 6 months before you moved in. But toward the end, he started acting really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's
he's
doing
like,
an
yeah.
investigation
I hope you don't mean like
out of
me.
religious cult and a man named Walter Sullivan.
Yeah.
I got this letter from him. He told me to go down into the deepest part of him, and to look for the ultimate truth.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So
There
yeah,
must be
Henry and
something
Eileen
down
have a
there.
plan now. Some direction.
Go team.
Yeah, exactly. Go team, Henry and Eileen, I suppose.
I'll do it.
Yeah, so Eileen is kind of being reasonable here. and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go with you because you're the only one who knows anything about this situation.
She doesn't have any other option.
Yeah, exactly. I guess you could like split up, but that's stupid. Like, yeah. Safety in numbers.
Safety in numbers. So far, Henry is the first thing that hasn't tried to kill her.
Yeah, exactly. So might as well. How do you say that? Like, take your chances with him.
The standards aren't high, but Henry's better.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Yeah, I was checking the map to see where I was supposed to go.
If you really wanna be an asshole, you can send Eileen to fight, baby.
Yeah, you can do that if
The
you.
entire game.
The entire game.
Okay, babe. I know you got a broken arm and you've been banged up by Walter Sullivan, but
Just do it for me, okay?
yeah, kick these enemies' asses.
Yeah, so I'm gonna equip her the handbags just to help me here. So yeah, this is kind of an infamous bit a little bit because you're about to see.
I know.
Yeah, it's really like bad. So when they fall down, they keep falling down the stairs, and they're like, yeah, it's really stupid. Really well.
What were they thinking?
Yeah, what were they thinking? I have no idea.
Leaving this in.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Eileen is gonna wreck them. I wouldn't be surprised if there are ways to, you know what you mentioned, like let Eileen fight all the monsters. If there's a possibility to do that, actually.
Yeah, but it has consequences.
Yeah. What I mean is that I would be surprised if there was like someone who did a challenge run, like make Eileen fight only the monsters, basically. You know, that's what I mean more.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to read that thing. Ever downward, yeah.
But instead of Henry hates reading so much, he would rather just kick the enemies on the ground.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
forcing me to read. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this is kind of an interesting place. It's like a spiral staircase. So I'm guessing this is like the going downwards.
This is like the typical Silent Hill fog.
Yeah, exactly. Also that. So a fun fact about Eileen is sometimes she will make comments. Like for example, if you go back to Subway World later, she will kind of remark like, "Oh, this kind of looks like South Ashfield, you know, a subway."
Subway station, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She will make like comments like that, for example.
Oh.
Or if you run off too far from her, she will be like, "Hey, slow down," for example. Like, yeah. So yeah. So
I would have a whole different comment. Wait, there aren't Subway sandwiches here at all?
exactly. So you notice that the windows are kind of like going up and down, or like yeah, being pushed on. So this is our introduction to something called the hauntings, which are basically the other world is trying to invade our apartment. You know, trying to like invade yeah, you know, our safe space.
Yep.
In order to get rid of a haunting, you have to use either a saint medallion or the holy candles and place them near the haunting. Basically, this is kind of like working right now.
Be gone, poltergeist!
Yeah. So now the haunting has been successfully exercised. So it's actually important to get one of the better endings if you exercise most hauntings.
Yeah, to stay on top of this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the requirements for a better ending. Exactly. I think you have to do 80% of them or something. And I think the end of the video is coming up actually. Any second now.
So we have Eileen now, who has bricks in her
Yeah, she has bricks in her handbag. I guess, yeah. I'm really curious. I would like to check it, like, you know, to look into it. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that, and hope to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.